Now, for our first discussion, we're actually going to be talking about building understanding. And this is really going to be focusing on raising awareness and building an understanding of the challenges that some of our commuters actually face when they have issues with their mobility or disabilities when they're traveling, and also how different commuters can actually reach out and show how they care. Watch this very short video of the real-life experiences faced by our first guest speaker, Miss Siti Rosalisa, and this is entitled Commuters with Heart.
I love colours. It's just so beautiful when different colours come together. For me, I've lost sight of colours for around 10 years after I was diagnosed with glaucoma. I'm definitely not as independent as before. Open my passport. To get by, I rely heavily on technology as well as people around me.
I shelter you.
So, even on bad days, I never felt alone. When I'm traveling, strangers offer to guide me and they keep an eye out for me. These simple gestures mean a lot. We know nothing about each other, but in a split second, we become friends. I'm truly grateful to the commuters who have helped me. We all have different places to go to, but some go out of their way just to make sure I can reach my destination safely. They are the colors of my life now. I may not see them, but I can always feel their warmth. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. Maybe I start off just to say and ask you to tell us a little bit about your condition.
Okay, I wasn't born blind. I was actually diagnosed with glaucoma in 2010. Now I'm totally blind, means that I have no light perception at all. Actually, I rely heavily on navigation apps, on technology, especially navigation apps, so that I can move around wherever that I wanted to go. But besides apps, I also need real life people, real life commuters to help me get around the area that I wanted to go. It is always okay to approach anybody if you think that they needed their help, especially when you see someone with a white cane like myself. But then don't get upset, don't get angry or upset when someone with a white cane rejecting your help, because they might not they might be thankful, they might want the help, but then at that point of time they don't really need it because they know where they want to go.
Next, we would like to speak to Miss Nicole Lim. Before she shares with us, let's understand more about her by viewing a video entitled Every Little Bit Helps about Nicole.
In my favorite anime, characters have powerful abilities. I have a few secret destructive powers myself. But instead of attacking enemies, they attack my own body. Apart from hospital stays and surgeries, I've even lost a liver to these autoimmune diseases. But no one can tell that I'm sick. On the outside, I'm a healthy, youthful teenager. There are times when people give me disapproving looks and ask me,
"Can you get up your seat?"
I don't blame them at all. But I wish there was a sign to identify those with invisible medical conditions. Because most Singaporeans are actually carrying commuters. When they see that something is wrong, or when they know my condition, they readily show care and concern.
Are you okay? Here, have a seat.
Each caring act reminds me of a line from a piece of fan fiction that I read. Words and actions always have an impact. Every bit of help counts, and I'm thankful for that. basically, I actually got 3 conditions. Okay, so it's autoimmune hepatitis, primary sclerosing cholangitis, and ulcerative colitis. So basically, my immune system attacks my liver, bile ducts, and colon respectively. Then because of this, also like I've been struggling with them since 2013. Then like about 2 years ago, I had to have a liver transplant because like it got to the point where my liver actually failed. So my mom actually donated half her liver to me. Physically, I would say that fatigue is quite like a major problem for me because I get tired quite easily, and because like I wasn't really like I still have a lot of complications after a transplant. So I like these past 2 years I've been going to the hospital in and out. Then even just this year I've already had 6 ARCPs and I've been hospitalized 6 times already. So yeah, I also like my symptoms also like I had symptoms such as like diarrhea or like jaundice and itching, like very severe itching. And I also get joint pains if I don't get like if I walk too much. So that's also another like issue for me. So it can be quite painful.
And in your video, if I can touch a little bit on it, you mentioned that there are times where you feel that other people give you a disapproving look because they feel that you should have given up your seat because they can't tell for someone perhaps more needy from their perspective. So is there something that you can share with us how you felt during those moments?
I mean, honestly, I can't blame them because in their opinion, it's like, I mean, from their eyes, my symptoms aren't visible. So like to them, it doesn't seem like I need a seat. Then when they I mean, even for myself, when I see there's only one seat and I see an elderly person nearby, I myself wouldn't dare to take the seat either because even to me, that feels like, I feel I'm prioritizing my own needs over other people's if I were to just force like myself to like sit down and make the elderly person stand. But honestly, this also like I have a lot of self-doubts about this also because like it makes me feel a bit invalidated also when these kind of things happen because I feel like I'm not allowed to sit just because I'm young.
In the video itself, you also shared, and this is heartening, that there are actually commuters who reach out to help you. So can you give us some instances of commuters that have touched your heart by reaching out to you in your condition to help you?
Because okay, one instance was LTA give like can you give me a seat sticker came out. So I was trying that out also, and I remember when I was on the way back home, there was this lady who like, I got the MRT my mom, and then in front of me there was this lady seated with her laptop, and then she actually the moment she saw my sticker, she actually stood up and gave up her seat to me. And honestly, I was a bit like that was a new thing to me also. So I was a bit like bashful about it, but like because I didn't expect it like her to actually give up. Because but I was also like really grateful to her for doing so because it helped a lot to let me like have that seat.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you for sharing with us. In 1 or 2 sentences, is there something that you can say to other commuters? What you wish to say to them, whether it's in the area of receiving help or giving help? Is there something that you want to say to commuters tonight?
Mostly, I just want to say that, like I've been saying, like you can't really tell what someone has gone through just by looking at them. So it's like try to know the story behind a person before you judge them for what they are doing, basically.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you.
I think first of all, we shouldn't judge. And how should we look out for people? I think we must be observant. Nowadays, I see a lot of people where they are commuting or even walking, they are on a phone screen. All right, they're not looking at people and things around them. And I think that's where we can miss many things. Good, bad things, people who need help, people who can offer help. Yeah, so I would say keep our eyes and ears open. Don't keep your earplugs on, everywhere you go, and be more observant. And then also learn from how to interact with people, ask the right questions in a way that will not offend people or belittle anybody. And I think these are all skills that we can pick up and then practice. So that you're more comfortable and be able to do it naturally.